baby. Highly emotional, baby. Highly emotional, baby. Don't take it personally. Highly emotional, baby. Highly emotional, baby. Highly emotional, baby. Don't take it personally. Highly emotional, baby. Highly emotional, baby. Highly emotional, baby. Don't take it personally.
What's good, YouTube? It's me, Megan B, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to install this 5x5 closure wig featuring Ali Grace hair. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow all of my social media, and let's get right into it. So I'm going to start off by plucking the hair. I like to go in with a hot comb and flatten out the closure just so I can get a clear visual of what I'm working with. As you can see, the closure is pre-plucked. I got it from Touched by Tasha Mac, I want to say. I will leave the link below. I like to part the hair about a ½ inch behind the hairline. As you can see, like I said, it is pre-plucked. So I go about a ½ inch behind that hairline and start plucking. I do take my time. I do not try to rush this. Tweezing, plucking is a very tedious and time-consuming job. So please take your time, especially if you're a beginner like me. I watched tons of videos before I started practicing. Some people wet the hair. I like to flat iron it and wet it. It just honestly depends on my mood. This closure is a 5x5 closure. It is HD. I got it from Touched by Tasha Mac. Yeah, Touched by Tasha Mac. I will leave all the specs below in the bio. I absolutely love this hair. The hair itself is great quality. The closure was full, it was thick. I did not get a lot of shedding. The knots were fairly small in the front, and then towards the back they got a little bit thicker, but not too thick. It was very easy to bleach the knots. I did not have any trouble bleaching the knots. It took bleach well. I honestly don't know if she conditioned the hair, if it's pre-conditioned, but once I let not the conditioner, but the shampoo sit on the hair, it felt so soft and conditioned, and I was able to run my fingers through it. And you all know shampoo dries your hair out, and their hair took their shampoo well. I don't know what she did, but their hair is bomb. Towards the front, the very front of the hairline, I like to go in with my e.l.f. tweezers that I got from Target. It's not as sharp as my yellow tweezers as you saw earlier that I got from the beauty supply store. So I don't want to pluck any or puncture the lace on the closure, and I don't want to take too much hair out in the front. I just want to make it look as natural as possible and not so straight. So I use a less pointier tweezer, if that makes sense, towards the very front just to give it some personality. So now I'm going in with the hot comb and pressing out the roots. In my head, it makes the hair a lot more flatter and allows the wig to lay a lot flatter. That's just a myth that I came up in my head. Then I'm going in with the chase method. Instead of using a rat tail comb, I'm going to use a hard bristle brush. To me, it makes the hair a lot more straight. Once again, another myth in my head. But yeah, I'm going to do that throughout the entire wig. So I got 3 bundles of loose body wave from Ali Grace hair. I've been rocking with Ali Grace for about 7 years straight. I will honestly say this is my holy grail hair. This is my last minute go-to hair when in doubt type of hair. But it's not how it used to be. I'm just going to be completely honest. It's still great quality hair, but it ain't how it used to be. You know how some ain't just how it used to be? That's how this hair is. It looks really straight in the video. It did get kind of bone straight, but not to my liking and not what I'm used to. It only stayed flat for about, it didn't stay flat long at all. Like, I took the wig off and I placed it down on my little couch and it already started reverting back to a loose wave state. And I've never dealt with that before dealing with Ali Grace hair. So I will say it did lose some of its quality that it used to have, but it is still good hair. The bundles are still thick like they used to be. It's just something about the quality that kind of, I don't know. I can't explain it, but I mean, it looked good, but it ain't what I'm used to. So for me, the key to a successful glueless wig is an elastic band. I prefer a wider band because it just rests on my head so perfect and it's a lot more comfortable in my opinion. Now that the wig is all plucked and flat ironed, I'm just going to go in with scissors and a razor and cut the lace off. Now I'm parting out my baby hairs and then I see that I need a little bit more customization to it. When you are plucking on your mannequin head versus your real hair, versus your real head, it looks a lot more different. So on the mannequin head, it can look like you are plucking way too much, but once you put it on your head, you need to actually in reality pluck a lot more. So as a beginner, I personally suggest going back and forth, plucking a little bit and then putting on your head to see if, just going back and forth with plucking on the mannequin head, then putting it on your head to see if that's enough customization that you prefer. Once I have customized the hair to my liking, I just go in and take out some baby hairs, some real slight and light, of course. And then I cut it off with a razor and I kind of go at an angle just so it won't be so blunt. I also like to go in with mousse. I'm just using my Cantu mousse, something real cheap. And I use that not to mold them down, just to kind of shape them and see exactly how I want. And that allows me to see if I need to add more baby hairs, if I need to place it differently. It just kind of helps me see a layout before I actually go in and lay them down. So now I am using the Bold Hold Lace Tint Special Edition with tailored crowns in the color Caramel. And I'm absolutely obsessed with this. It has like reddish undertone, perfect for my skin complexion because I do have red undertones in my hair. It's a really good alternative to putting makeup on your lace and it blends so perfectly, y'all. Like, oh, just look at it. Then I'm going to go in with my Bold Hold Lace Jelly. This is my first time using Bold Hold products. And when I say your girl is hooked, I am hooked. This gel is so great for glueless installs, glueless wigs, whatever you want to call it. It laid my baby hair so seamlessly. I don't even know if that's the word, but it laid them so well. I was able to position them how I wanted it to be. I don't know. I'm just obsessed with this product. It's not sponsored by any means necessary. Your girl is just truly obsessed. Like, look how sleek that look and shiny my forehead is. Now I'm just going in, laying my baby hairs with a scarf and then going in with a little bit more mousse at the top and using a hot comb to pretty much lay down the rest of the wig, doing the imperfections. I also like to go in with a little bit of Style Factor pomade and get rid of those flyaways. So we are pretty much at the final steps. All I do is add some shine using my silicone mix serum and my BioSilk serum. I do add just a little bit of layers, like very slight layers to frame my face a little bit. And that is pretty much it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if I didn't have too much energy. I'm not feeling too well at the moment, but next video I will come with a lot more energy. I just really want to put this video out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting me. I love you guys and see you in the next one. Y'all, get into it. Get into this lace. I can be better, of course. Perfectionist over here can definitely be better, but for a beginner, yeah, get into it.
Personally, 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 don't take it personally, don't take it personally,
Blame it on the party, blame it on the booze. Grab a gun if you want it, make fake news on the news. Wipe your tears, crap